Now, before I wrap up, one last thing I want to talk about is the associativity with the CAD geometry and how Visual CAMC handles that in Onshape. So I'm going to go back and switch over to my document screen in Onshape, and we'll take an example for that. So here is a part, a 2.5 axis prismatic part, which has a bunch of operations programmed already. If I go to the Visual CAMC tab, you'll see I have a facing, a pocketing, some hole operations on it on this particular part. It's already programmed. I had it programmed earlier today, and you can see all of these operations in here. As I select them, it automatically previews the toolpath on each of these operations I select in here. So let's say there's a need for a design change, and I'm going to go back to the Part Studio in Onshape, and I want to make a change. So I'm going to right click, and I'm going to change the sketch dimensions in here, and I will modify the size of the pocket. I'm going to edit that, change the pocket size in here. I'll modify it over here too. And I'm going to update. So now you can see that the pocket was shrinked a little bit. I made it wider, but reduced the height. So I'm going to go back into Visual CAMC tab, and you'll notice that it automatically identified the change in the geometry, and it reloads the data and also gives you a prompt right here. It says CAD data was reloaded due to geometry changes. All I need to do is right click and regenerate, and the toolpaths are now being updated. So if you added a new element or modified it, you just have to go back and maybe reselect some of the regions in here. Right click and chain will let you reselect it. So the geometry is automatically loaded, checks for changes with the CAD, and reloads it for you, making your programming workflow a lot easier, so you don't have to go back and reprogram it each time when you make a design change.